The Secretary will call the roll.
Abler. Abler here. Anderson B. Anderson B here. Anderson P. Anderson P here.
I recognize Senator Gazelka.
Madam Speaker, I move that further proceedings under the roll call be dispensed with.
Senator Gazelka moves that further proceedings under the roll call be dispensed with. All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails. A quorum is present. Members of the Joint Convention, our charge today is to elect candidates to the Board of Regents of the University of Minnesota as follows. 1 regent from the 5th Congressional District for a term of 6 years. 1 student regent at large for a term of 6 years. And 2 regents at large for a term of 6 years. A communication from the Joint Legislative Committee relating to the Board of Regents.
Speaker Hortman, Majority Leader Gazelka, Minority Leader Doubt, and Bach. Pursuant to Minnesota Statutes 2018, Sections 137.0246, Subdivision 2, and Joint Rule of the Senate and House Rule 4.01, the Joint Higher Education Committee met on February 18, 2019 to consider candidates for the vacancy on the University of Minnesota Board of Regents.
A copy of the letter has been provided to all members of the Joint Convention. Pursuant to the joint rules, those persons listed in the report are considered nominated. Pursuant to our joint rules, there will be 3 roll calls. The Secretary will call the roll first on the election of 1 candidate from the 5th Congressional District. He will then call the roll on the election of 1 candidate for the student at-large seat. Finally, he will call the roll on the election of 2 candidates for the 2 at-large seats. The state constitution requires that the roll must be called by voice vote. Also, pursuant to the joint rules, those persons listed in the communication are considered to be nominated. First, we will elect 1 candidate from the 5th Congressional District. Janie Mayron has been nominated by the Joint Committee. Are there any further nominations for the regent seat from the 5th Congressional District? Senator Hayden. Senator Hayden nominates Abdul M. Omari. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Hearing none, I declare nominations closed. Members, please remain as quiet as you can so that the front desk can hear all of us when we vote. If you need to communicate with one another, please write notes or use your cell phones and text. The Secretary will now call the roll on the election of 1 regent from the 5th Congressional District.
Abler. Abler votes Mayron. Anderson B. Anderson B votes Mayron. Anderson P. Anderson P votes Mayron. Bach. Bach votes Mayron. Benson. Benson votes Mayron. Bigham. Bigham votes Amari. Carlson. Carlson votes Amari. Chamberlain. Chamberlain votes Mayron. Champion. Champion votes Omari. Clausen. Clausen votes Mayron. Cohen. Cohen votes Mayron. Swazinski. Swazinski votes Mayron. Dames. Dames votes Mayron. Dibble. Dibble votes Omari. Draheim. Draheim votes Mayron. Diedzik. Diedzik votes Omari. Eaton. Eaton votes Amari. Eichhorn. Eichhorn votes Mayron. Eakin. Eakin votes Mayron. Franzen. Franzen votes Amari. Friends. Friends votes Omari. Gazelka. Gazelka votes Mayron. Goggin. Goggin votes Mayron. Hall. Hall votes Mayron. Herr. Herr votes Omari. Hayden. Hayden votes Omari. Hoffman. Hoffman votes Omari. Housley. Housley votes Mayron. Howe. Howe votes Mayron. Ingebrigtsen. Ingebrigtsen votes Mayron. Isaacson. Isaacson votes Omari. Jasinski. Jasinski votes Mayron. Jensen. Jensen votes Mayron. Johnson. Johnson votes Mayron. Kent. Kent votes Omari. Kiffmeyer. Kiffmeyer votes Mayron. Klein. Klein votes Omari. Karan. Karan votes Mayron. Lane. Lane votes Omari. Lang. Lang votes Mayron. Latz. Latz votes Mayron. Limmer. Limmer votes Mayron. Little. Little votes Omari. Marty. Marty votes Omari. Matthews. Matthews votes Mayron. Miller. Miller votes Mayron. Nelson. Nelson votes Mayron. Newman. Newman votes Mayron. Newton. Newton votes Mayron. Osmic. Osmic votes Mayron. Pappas. Pappas votes Omari. Pratt. Pratt votes Mayron. Rarick. Rarick votes Mayron. Ralph. Ralph votes Mayron. Rest. Rest votes Omari. Rosen. Rosen votes Mayron. Rude. Rude votes Mayron. Senjem. Senjem votes Mayron. Simonson. Simonson votes Mayron. Sparks. Sparks votes Mayron. Tomasoni. Tomasoni votes Mayron. Torres Ray. Torres Ray votes Omari. Utke. Utke votes Mayron. Weber. Weber votes Mayron. Westrom. Westrom. Uyghur. Uyghur votes Omari. Wickland. Wickler votes Omari. Acomb. Acomb votes Omari. Albright. Albright votes Mayron. Anderson. Anderson votes Mayron. Backer. Backer votes Mayron. Bonner. Bonner votes Omari. Barr. Barr votes Mayron. Baker. Baker votes Mayron. Becker Finn. Becker Finn votes Omari. Bennett. Bennett votes Mayron. Bernardi. Bernardi votes Omari. Bierman. Bierman votes Omari. Bowe. Bowe votes Mayron. Brand. Brand votes Omari. Cantrell. Cantrell votes Omari. Carlson A. Carlson A votes Omari. Carlson L. Carlson L votes Omari. Christensen. Christensen votes Omari. Claflin. Claflin votes Omari. Considine. Considine votes Omari. Daniels. Daniels votes Mayron. Doubt. Doubt votes Mayron. Davids. Davids votes Mayron. Davney. Davney votes Omari. Dean. Dean votes Omari. Damath. Damath votes Mayron. Detmer. Detmer votes Mayron. Drazkowski. Drazkowski votes Mayron. Eklund. Eklund votes Omari. Edelson. Edelson votes Omari. Elkins. Elkins votes Omari. Erickson. Erickson votes Mayron. Fabian. Fabian votes Mayron. Fisher. Fisher votes Omari. Franson. Franson votes Mayron. Freiberg. Freiberg votes Amari. Garofalo. Garofalo votes Mayron. Gomez. Gomez votes Amari. Green. Green votes Mayron. Grossel. Grossel votes Mayron. Grunhagen. Grunhagen votes Mayron. Gunther. Gunther votes Mayron. Haley. Haley votes Mayron. Halverson. Halverson votes Omari. Hamilton. Hamilton votes Mayron. Hanson. Hanson votes Amari. Hassan. Hassan votes Amari. Hausman. Hausman votes Amari. Heinrich. Heinrich votes Mayron. Heinzman. Heinzman votes Mayron. Herr. Herr votes Amari. Hertos. Hertos votes Mayron. Hornstein. Hornstein votes Amari. Howard. Howard votes Amari. Hewitt. Hewitt votes Amari. Johnson. Johnson votes Mayron. Juergens. Juergen votes Mayron. Keel. Keel votes Mayron. Cleavorn. Cleavorn votes Omari. Cagle. Cagle votes Amari. Katusa-Watun. Katusa-Watun votes Omari. Kosnick. Kosnick, Mayron. Kreshaw. Kreshaw, Mayron. Kunish-Podine. Kunish-Podine, Omari. Lehman. Lehman, Mayron. Lee. Lee, Amari. Lesh. Lesh, Amari. Liebling. Liebling, Omari. Lean. Lean, Omari. Lily. Lily, Amari. Lippert. Lippert, Amari. Lislagard. Lislagard, Amari. Loeffler. Loeffler, Omari. Long. Long, Omari. Lucero. Lucero, Mayron. Lewick. Lewick, Mayron. Mahoney. Mahoney, Amari. Mann. Mann, Amari. Mariani. Mariani, Omari. Markwart. Markwart, Amari. Mason. Mason, Omari. McDonald. McDonald, Mayron. Mecklin. Mecklin, Mayron. Miller. Miller, Mayron. Moeller. Moeller, Omari. Moran. Moran, Omari. Morrison. Morrison, Omari. Munson. Munson, Mayron. Murphy. Murphy, Omari. Nash. Nash, Mayron. Nelson M. Nelson M. Omari. Nelson N. Nelson N. Mayron. New. New, Mayron. Nor. Nor, Amari. Norness excused. O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll, Mayron. Olson. Olson, Omari. O'Neill. O'Neill, Mayron. Pulowski. Pulowski, Amari. Purcell. Purcell, Amari. Petersburg. Petersburg, Mayron. Pearson. Pearson, Mayron. Pinto. Pinto, Amari. Poppy. Poppy, Omari. Poston. Poston, Mayron. Pryor. Pryor, Omari. Quam. Quam, Mayron. Richardson. Richardson, Omari. Robbins. Robbins Mayron. Runbeck. Runbeck Mayron. Sandell. Sandell Amari. Sandsted. Sandsted Omari. Salk. Salk Amari. Schumacher. Schumacher Mayron. Schultz. Schultz Amari. Scott. Scott Mayron. Stevenson. Stevenson Omari. Sundin. Sundin Omari. Swazinski. Swazinski Mayron. Tabke. Tabke Omari. Tice. Tice Mayron. Torkelson. Torkelson Mayron. Erdahl. Erdahl Mayron. Fang. Fang Omari. Vogel. Vogel Mayron. Wagenius. Wagenius Omari. Wozlowick. Wozlowick Omari. West. West Mayron. Winkler. Winkler Omari. Wogelmott. Wogelmott Omari. Zhangjae. Zhangjae Amari. Zhangti. Zhangti Omari. Joachim. Joachim Amari. Zerwas. Zerwas Mayron. President Hortman. President Hortman Omari. Did anybody pass? Westrom. Westrom. Westrom Mayron.
I declare the roll call closed and request the secretary to tally the vote. Janie Mayron, having received a majority of the votes cast, has been elected from the 5th Congressional District to the Board of Regents for a term of 6 years. Next, we will elect one... We do? Next, we will elect one student-at-large regent candidate for a term of 6 years. Mike Kenyanya has been nominated by the Joint Committee. Are there any further nominations for the student-at-large seat? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? If there are no further nominations, I declare nominations closed for the student-at-large seat. The Secretary will now call the roll on the election for the student-at-large seat.
Abler. Abler Kenyanya. Anderson B. Anderson B. Kenyanya. Anderson P. Anderson P. Kenyanya. Bach. Bach Kenyanya. Benson. Benson Kenyanya. Bigham. Bigham Kenyanya. Carlson. Carlson Kenyanya. Chamberlain. Chamberlain Kenyanya. Champion. Champion Kenyanya. Clausen. Clausen Kenyanya. Cohen. Cohen. Cohen Kenyanya. Swazinski. Swazinski Kenyanya. Dames. Dames Kenyanya. Dibble. Dibbles Kenyanya. Draheim. Draheim Kenyanya. Diedzik. Diedzik Kenyanya. Eaton. Eaton Kenyanya. Eichhorn. Eichhorn Kenyanya. Eakin. Eakin Kenyanya. Franson. Franson Kenyanya. Frentz. Frentz Kenyanya. Gazelka. Gazelka Kenyanya. Goggin. Goggin Kenyanya. Hall. Hall. Hall Kenyanya. Her. Her Kenyanya. Hayden. Hayden Kenyanya. Hoffman. Hoffman Kenyanya. Housley. Housley Kenyanya. Howe. Howe Kenyanya. Ingebrigtsen. Ingebrigtsen Kenyanya. Isaacson. Isaacson Kenyanya. Jasinski. Jasinski Kenyanya. Jensen. Jensen Kenyanya. Johnson. Johnson Kenyanya. Kent. Kent Kenyanya. Kiffmeyer. Kiffmeyer Kenyanya. Klein. Klein Kenyanya. Karan. Karan Kenyanya. Lane. Lane Kenyanya. Lang. Lang Kenyanya. Latz. Latz Kenyanya. Limmer. Limmer Kenyanya. Little. Little Kenyanya. Marty. Marty Kenyanya. Matthews. Matthews Kenyanya. Miller. Miller Kenyanya. Nelson. Nelson Kenyanya. Newman. Newman Kenyanya. Newton. Newton Kenyanya. Osmic. Osmic Kenyanya. Pappas. Pappas. Pappas Kenyanya. Pratt. Pratt Kenyanya. Rarick. Rarick Kenyanya. Ralph. Ralph Kenyanya. Rest. Rest Kenyanya. Rosen. Rosen Kenyanya. Rude. Rude Kenyanya. Senjum. Senjum Kenyanya. Simonson. Simonson Kenyanya. Sparks. Sparks Kenyanya. Tomasoni. Tomasoni Kenyanya. Torres Ray. Torres Ray Kenyanya. Utke. Utke Kenyanya. Weber. Weber Kenyanya. Westrom. Westrom Kenyanya. Uyghur. Uyghur Kenyanya. Wickland. Wickland Kenyanya. Acomb. Acomb Kenyanya. Albright. Albright Kenyanya. Anderson. Anderson Kenyanya. Backer. Backer Kenyanya. Bonner. Bonner Kenyanya. Barr. Barr Kenyanya. Baker. Baker Kenyanya. Becker Finn. Becker Finn Kenyanya. Bennett. Bennett Kenyanya. Bernardi. Bernardi Kenyanya. Bierman. Bierman Kenyanya. Bow. Bow Kenyanya. Brand. Brand Kenyanya. Cantrell. Cantrell Kenyanya. Carlson A. Carlson A. Kenyanya. Carlson L. Carlson L. Kenyanya. Christensen. Christensen Kenyanya. Claflin. Claflin Kenyanya. Considine. Considine Kenyanya. Daniels. Daniels Kenyanya. Doubt. Doubt Kenyanya. Davids. Davids Kenyanya. Davney. Davney Kenyanya. Dean. Dean Kenyanya. Damuth. Damuth Kenyanya. Detmer. Detmer Kenyanya. Drazkowski. Drazkowski Kenyanya. Eklund. Eklund Kenyanya. Edelson. Edelson Kenyanya. Elkins. Elkins Kenyanya. Erickson. Erickson Kenyanya. Fabian. Fabian Kenyanya. Fisher. Fisher Kenyanya. Franson. Franson Kenyanya. Freiberg. Freiberg Kenyanya. Garofalo. Garofalo Doubt. Gomez. Gomez Kenyanya. Green. Green Kenyanya. Grossel. Grossel Kenyanya. Grunhagen. Grunhagen Kenyanya. Gunther. Gunther Kenyanya. Haley. Haley Kenyanya. Halverson. Halverson Kenyanya. Hamilton. Hamilton Kenyanya. Hanson. Hanson Kenyanya. Hassan. Hassan Kenyanya. Hausman. Hausman Kenyanya. Heinrich. Heinrich Kenyanya. Heinzemann. Heinzemann Kenyanya. Her. Her. Her Kenyanya. Hertas. Hertas Kenyanya. Hornstein. Hornstein Kenyanya. Howard. Howard Kenyanya. Hewitt. Hewitt Kenyanya. Johnson. Johnson Kenyanya. Jurgens. Jurgens Kenyanya. Keel. Keel Kenyanya. Cleavorn. Cleavorn Kenyanya. Cagle. Cagle Kenyanya. Katiza Watun. Katiza Watun Kenyanya. Kosnick, Kenyanya. Kreshaw, Kenyanya. Kunish-Podine, Kenyanya. Lehman, Kenyanya. Lee, Kenyanya. Lesh, Kenyanya. Liebling, Kenyanya. Lean, Kenyanya. Lily, Kenyanya. Lippert, Kenyanya. Lislegard, Kenyanya. Loeffler, Kenyanya. Long, Kenyanya. Lucero, Kenyanya. Lewick, Kenyanya. Mahoney, Kenyanya. Man, Kenyanya. Mariani, Kenyanya. Markwart, Kenyanya. Mason, Kenyanya. McDonald, Kenyanya. Mecklin, Kenyanya. Miller, Kenyanya. Moeller, Kenyanya. Moran, Kenyanya. Morrison, Kenyanya. Munson, Kenyanya. Murphy, Kenyanya. Nash, Kenyanya. Nelson M, Kenyanya. Nelson N, Kenyanya. New, Kenyanya. Nor, Kenyanya. Nornis, excused. O'Driscoll, Kenyanya. Olson, Kenyanya. O'Neill, Kenyanya. Pulowski, Kenyanya. Purcell, Kenyanya. Petersburg, Kenyanya. Pearson, Kenyanya. Pinto, Kenyanya. Poppy, Kenyanya. Poston, Kenyanya. Pryor, Kenyanya. Quam, Kenyanya. Richardson, Kenyanya. Robbins, Kenyanya. Runbeck, Kenyanya. Sandell, Kenyanya. Sandsted, Kenyanya. Salk, Kenyanya. Schumacher, Kenyanya. Schultz, Kenyanya. Scott, Kenyanya. Stevenson, Kenyanya. Sundin, Kenyanya. Swazinski, Kenyanya. Tabke, Kenyanya. Tice, Kenyanya. Torkelson, Kenyanya. Erdahl, Kenyanya. Vang, Kenyanya. Vogel, Kenyanya. Wagenius, Kenyanya. Waslowick, Kenyanya. West, Kenyanya. Winkler, Kenyanya. Wolgamott, Kenyanya. Zhangjiai, Kenyanya. Zhangti, Kenyanya. Joachim Kenyanya. Zerwas Kenyanya. President Hortman. Kenyanya.
Doubt switches. Sorry. Garofalo switches from Doubt to Kenyanya. I declare the roll call closed and request the secretary to tally the vote.
Just one second here. Matthews, what?
Senator Matthews, will you confirm your vote? Senator Matthew votes Kenyanya. Mike Kenyanya, having received a majority of the votes cast, has been elected as the student-at-large regent to the board for a term of 6 years. Our next assignment is the election of 2 at-large regent candidates to the board for a term of 6 years. Mary Davenport, Kao Lee Herr, and Sandy Weiss have been nominated by the Joint Committee. Are there any further nominations for the 2 at-large seats? Senator Newton nominates Bill Luther. Are there any further nominations? Representative Baker. Representative Baker nominates Dean Johnson. Are there any further nominations? Senator Pappas. Senator Pappas nominates Peggy Lucas. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? For the third and last time, are there any further nominations? Hearing none, I declare nominations closed. I will enforce order on the floor. This is the vote that will be most difficult for our staff to hear what members are saying. The secretary will now call the roll on the election for the 2 at-large seats. Each member is entitled to vote for 2 candidates.
Abler. Abler votes Herr, Weiss. Anderson B.
Davenport, Weiss.
Anderson B votes Davenport, Weiss. Anderson P. Anderson P votes Davenport, Weiss. Bach. Bach votes Davenport, Herr. Benson. Benson votes Davenport, Weiss. Bigham. Bigham votes Davenport, Herr. Carlson. Carlson votes Davenport, Herr. Chamberlain. Chamberlain votes Davenport, Weiss. Champion. Champion votes Davenport, Herr. Clausen. Clausen votes Davenport, Weiss. Cohen. Cohen votes Davenport, Herr. Swazinski. Swazinski votes Davenport, Luther. Dames. Dames votes Johnson, Weiss. Dibble. Dibble votes Herr, Lucas. Draheim. Draheim votes Davenport, Weiss. Diedzik. Diedzik, pass. Eaton. Eaton votes Davenport, Her. Eichhorn. Eichhorn, Davenport, Weiss. Eakin. Eakin votes. Eakin votes Lucas, Luther. Franzen. Franzen votes Her, Davenport. Friends. Friends votes Davenport, Her. Gazelka. Gazelka, Davenport, Weiss. Goggin. Goggin, Davenport, Weiss. Hall. Hall, Davenport, Weiss. Her. Her, Davenport, Her. Hayden. Hayden, Davenport, Her. Hoffman. Hoffman, Luther, Her. Housley. Housley, Davenport, Weiss. Howe. Howe, Davenport, Weiss. Ingebrigtsen. Ingebrigtsen, Davenport, Weiss. Isaacson. Isaacson, Her, Davenport. Jasinski. Jasinski, Davenport, Weiss. Jensen. Jensen, Davenport, Weiss. Johnson. Johnson, Weiss, Davenport. Kent. Kent, Davenport, Her. Kiffmeyer. Kiffmeyer, Davenport, Weiss. Klein. Klein, Davenport, Her. Coran. Coran, Davenport, Weiss. Lane. Didn't hear it. Lane, Davenport, Her. Lang. Lang, Davenport, Johnson. Latz. Latz, Davenport, Her. Limmer. Limmer, Davenport, Weiss. Little. Little, Luther, Her. Marty. Marty, Her, Davenport. Matthews. Matthews, Davenport, Weiss. Miller. Miller, Davenport, Weiss. Nelson. Nelson, Davenport, Weiss. Newman. Newman, Davenport, Weiss. Newton. Newton, Davenport, Luther. Osmic. Osmic, Weiss, Davenport. Pappas. Pappas, Lucas, Her. Pratt. Pratt, Davenport, Weiss. Rarick. Rarick, Davenport, Weiss. Ralph. Ralph, Davenport, Weiss. Rest. Rest, Her, Luther. Rosen. Rosen, Davenport, Johnson. Rude. Rude, Davenport, Weiss. Senjum. Senjum, Davenport, Weiss. Simonson. Simonson, Davenport, Weiss. Sparks. Sparks, Davenport, Johnson. Thomasoni. Thomasoni, Davenport, Weiss. Torres Ray. Torres Ray, Lucas, Herr. Utke. Utke, Davenport, Weiss. Weber. Weber, Davenport, Weiss. Westrom. Westrom, pass. Uyghur. Uyghur, Herr, Davenport. Wicklund. Wicklund, Lucas, Herr. Acom. Acom, Herr, Davenport. Albright. Albright, Davenport, Weiss. Anderson. Anderson, Weiss, Johnson. Backer. Backer, Weiss, Johnson. Bonner. Bonner, Davenport, Herr. Barr. Barr, Davenport, Weiss. Baker. Baker, Johnson, and Weiss. Becker Finn. Becker Finn, Herr, and Davenport. Bennett. Bennett, Davenport, Weiss. Bernardi. Bernardi, Herr, Davenport. Bierman. Bierman, Davenport, Herr. Bow. Bow, Weiss, and Davenport. Brand. Brand, Davenport, Herr. Cantrell. Cantrell, Herr, Davenport. Carlson A. Carlson A, Herr, and Davenport. Carlson L. Carlson L, Herr, Davenport. Christensen. Christensen, Herr, Davenport. Claflin. Claflin, Herr, Davenport. Considine. Considine, Davenport, Herr. Daniels. Daniels, Davenport, and Weiss. Doubt. Doubt, Davenport, Weiss. Davids. Davids, Johnson, Weiss. Davney. Davney, Davenport, Herr. Dean. Dean, Lucas, Herr. Damuth. Damuth, Davenport, Weiss. Detmer. Detmer, Davenport, Weiss. Drazkowski. Drazkowski, Davenport, Weiss. Eklund. Eklund, Davenport, Herr. Edelson. Edelson, Davenport, Herr. Elkins. Elkins, Davenport, Herr. Erickson. Erickson, Davenport, Weiss. Fabian. Fabian, Davenport, Weiss. Fisher. Fisher, Herr, Davenport. Franson. Franson, Weiss, Davenport. Freiberg. Freiberg, Herr, Davenport. Garofalo. Garofalo, Johnson, Weiss. Gomez. Gomez, Her, Davenport. Green. Green, Johnson and Weiss. Grossel.
Davenport, Weiss.
Grossel, Davenport, Weiss. Grunhagen. Grunhagen, Davenport, Weiss. Gunther. Gunther, Davenport, Weiss. Haley. Haley, Davenport, Weiss. Halverson. Halverson, Her, Davenport. Hamilton. Hamilton, Weiss, Johnson. Hanson. Hanson, Her, Davenport. Hassan. Hassan, Davenport, Her. Hausman. Hausman, Davenport, Her. Heinrich. Heinrich, Weiss, pass. Heinzman. Heinzman, Weiss, Davenport, Her. Her, Davenport, Her. Hertos. Hertos, Davenport, Luther. Hornstein. Hornstein, Davenport, Her. Howard. Howard, Davenport, Her. Hewitt. Hewitt, Her, Davenport. Johnson. Johnson, Weiss, Johnson. Jurgens. Jurgens, Weiss, Johnson. Keel. Keel, Weiss, Johnson. Cleavorn. Cleavorn, Davenport, Her. Cagle. Cagle, Davenport, Her. Catuzawatun. Catuzawatun, Davenport, Her. Kosnick. Kosnick, Weiss, Johnson. Creshaw. Creshaw, Weiss, Davenport. Kunish-Podine. Kunish-Podine, Davenport, Her. Lehman. Lehman, Weiss, Davenport. Lee. Lee, Her, Davenport. Lesh. Lesh, Her, Luther. Liebling. Liebling, Davenport, Her. Lean. Lean, Davenport, Her. Lily. Lily, Her, Davenport. Lippert. Lippert, Her, Davenport. Lislegard. Lislegard, Her, Davenport. Loeffler. Loeffler, Davenport, Her. Long. Long, Her, Davenport. Lucero. Lucero, Weiss, Luther. Lewick. Lewick, Weiss, and pass. Mahoney. Mahoney, Davenport, Her. Mann. Mann, Her, Davenport. Mariani. Mariani, Her, Davenport. Marquardt. Marquardt, Davenport, Her. Mason. Mason, Her, Lucas. McDonald. McDonald, Davenport, Johnson. Mecklen. Mecklen, Weiss, Davenport. Miller. Miller, Weiss, Johnson. Moeller. Moeller, Her, Davenport. Moran. Moran, her, Davenport. Morrison. I didn't hear it. Morrison, her, Davenport. Munson. I didn't get it. Munson, Davenport, Weiss. Murphy. Murphy, her, Davenport. Nash. Nash, Weiss, Johnson. Nelson M. Nelson M. Her, Luther. Nelson N. Nelson N. Weiss, Johnson. New. New, Weiss, Johnson. Nor. I didn't get that. Nor, her, Davenport. Nornis. Excused. O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll, Weiss, Davenport. Olson. Olson, her, Davenport. O'Neill. O'Neill, Weiss, pass. Pulowski. Pulowski, Davenport. Purcell. Purcell, her, Davenport. Petersburg. Petersburg, Davenport, Weiss. Pearson. Pearson, Davenport, pass. Pinto. Pinto, her, Davenport. Poppy. Poppy, Davenport, her. Poston. Poston, Weiss, Davenport. Pryor. Pryor, her, and Davenport. Quam. Quam, Weiss, pass. Richardson. Richardson, her, Davenport. Robbins. Robbins, Weiss, Davenport. Runbeck. Runbeck, Weiss, Johnson. Sandell. Sandell, Davenport, her. Sandsted. Sandsted, Davenport, her. Salk. Salk, Davenport, her. Schumacher. Schumacher, Weiss. Schultz. Schultz, Davenport, her. Scott. Scott, Weiss, pass. Stevenson. Stevenson, her, Davenport. Sundin. Sundin, Davenport, her. Swazinski. Swazinski, Weiss, Johnson. Tabke. Tabke, her, Davenport. Tice. Tice, Weiss, Johnson. Torkelson. Torkelson, Weiss, Johnson. Erdahl. Erdahl, Johnson, Weiss. Vang. Vang, her, Davenport. Vogel. Vogel, Johnson, Weiss. Wagenius. Wagenius, her, Davenport. Wozlowick. Wozlowick, her, Davenport. West. West, Johnson, Weiss. Winkler. Winkler, her, Davenport. Walgamot. Walgamot, her, Davenport. Zhang Jie. Zhang Jie, her, Davenport. Zhang Ti. Zhang Ti, her, Davenport. Joachim. Joachim, her, Davenport. Zerwas. Zerwas, Weiss, Johnson. President Hortman. President Hortman, Herr, Davenport. Okay.
I understand there may be some people who would like to switch their vote. Let's do this in an orderly fashion after we do the passes.
Westrom. Westrom, Weiss, Johnson. Diedzik. Diedzik, Herr, Lucas. Heinrich. He has Heinrich, Weiss, Johnson. Okay, you guys got that? Lewick. Lewick, Johnson. Got it? Got it? Yep. O'Neill. O'Neill, Johnson. Let me know when you got it. You got it? Let me know. Okay. Pearson. Pearson, Luther. Got it? Quam. Quam, Luther. Got it? Schumacher. Pass. Scott. Pass. Okay. That's it on that.
If you would like to be recognized, please stand. Senator Newton. Newton changes from Davenport Luther to Luther Herr. Senator Pratt. Pratt changes from Davenport Weiss to Weiss Johnson. Representative McDonald. McDonald changes from Davenport Johnson to Weiss Johnson. Senator Lang. Lang changes from Davenport Johnson to Weiss Johnson. Is anyone else seeking recognition? Senator Wickland. Wickland changes from Davenport Lucas to Davenport Herr. Senator Swedzinski.
Madam Speaker, I changed from Davenport Luther to Davenport Herr.
Swedzinski changes from Davenport Luther to Davenport Herr. Seeing no further members of the Joint Convention seeking recognition, I declare the roll call closed. Yes. And the Secretary will tally the roll. Mary Davenport and Cowley Herr, having received a majority of the votes cast, have been elected as the 2 at-large regents to the Board of Regents for a term of 6 years. Members of the Joint Convention, Senator Gazelka is going to make a motion, and then if you can be quiet for 1 minute, Representative Winkler is also going to make a motion. Senator Gazelka.
Thank you, Madam President. I move that the Joint Convention do now adjourn.
Senator Gazelka moves that the Joint Convention do now adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails and the Joint Convention is now adjourned.